What's up, everyone? WizardKen here. Today we're going to be talking about a pretty cool announcement that just came out from Wargaming back on the 8th of May. This announcement is something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and I'm really excited about it. Now, I would have done a video on the day it came out, but I wanted to do some research on it. I wanted to get some more information about this announcement and also talk to other YouTubers. So, without further ado, let's jump into this. Alrighty, so as you can see on the website right here, it says winners train together. And pretty much what they are doing is they are bringing out a team training mode. Just like on the PC, there's a team training mode where you can play against your friends and learn how to use your tanks and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Now, they've stated that this should be coming out on the next update, the update 1.10, which I believe is supposed to come out this month. So, what day this month, I don't know. Probably halfway through it, or maybe in the next couple of days. Who knows? I haven't seen anything stating when the actual day is, but this is really exciting news. And I jumped on to Twitter and started tweeting all the other YouTubers and talking to them about everything. This is pretty awesome. Right here, let's see. Train on your own terms. Okay, you can invite or dismiss players, set the room to private, or open up to friends of friends. You could change the map and game mode and reorganize teams and stuff like that. So this is really cool sounding, but of course it doesn't give you a lot of information on here. Of course it says like you'll be able to invite your friends and you won't be able to gain XP or silver, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth because there's been some huge discussions on the Xbox forums about this decision and stuff like that, and some of the things they like and don't like. So let's jump straight over there and let's look at the forum. So pretty much this is from the administrator and from Payne, and he's going to be pretty much explaining why they did what they did and why they didn't do certain things and stuff like that. But we're not going to read this whole thing. I'm going to just go over some of the stuff that they talked about. So pretty much this is how the team training is going to run. Now, as of right now, the only people that can host, okay, this means anybody that can set up a private team training, are the people with premium time. Now, before you guys get all upset about this, I'm going to go over the list of things they said we can do, and then I'm going to go back through, and then we're going to talk about every individual thing and why this was set up the way it was. Now, like I said, just of this time, premium players are the only ones that can host. Now, you could still join a premium player's game, even if you don't have premium time. It's just you can't host it. You just can't be the guy in charge of switching teams around and stuff like that. Teams will consist of anything from 3 versus 3 to 15 versus 15. Okay, so you can have 6 people to 30 people playing on a game. Now, I just said 3 versus 3. They might allow you to do 1 versus, 5. I don't know. I don't know how their restrictions are going to be. But now, also, they have a different mode that they actually implemented in here. It's called tank practice. And pretty much, there's 3 different levels that you can be in. There's like a terrain driving mode where you could test out the tank that you just bought and drive it around, see how it works on the terrain, which is actually pretty neat. Because some of us, I do like knowing whether my tank is going to slow down something drastically, or if it's going to do good, or how it's going to handle on certain terrain. There's a shooting practice where pretty much there's tanks out in front of you and you shoot at them and they don't shoot back. It's pretty much, this is a good mode for you guys that don't know how to pen certain tanks. You could go out there and just try, shooting at different spots and learning how to, pen a tank. Then there's also like a simulation practice where you go against a whole bunch of bots and you play against them. So, and they stated that the bots aren't going to be hard. I don't know if you could change the level on them, but from my understanding, the bots aren't going to be hard. They're just going to be, mediocre kind of thing. And this is from tier 1 through 10. So, any tank that you've got now and you want to test it out, this is a pretty neat system. Now, let's jump into the meats and potatoes of this whole thing, because a lot of you guys, as soon as I said the premium time, got scared. And I know a lot of you guys, like I said, if you guys have already looked this up, have found out that you don't gain silver or experience points from doing the practice mode, the team practice mode. And there's some other things about the silver we'll get into in a little bit. So anyways, let's start out with the premium time. The premium time. Why do you have to have premium time to be able to play this? And why is there, you have to have 6 friends? Why can't you just do 1 versus 1? Now, I put those together because they actually mean the same thing. The reason why Wargaming, just wanted people that had premium time to host it is because from our understanding and from what they have stated in their post is that every time, okay, we'll just say me and Rush made our own game and we were allowed to do 1 versus 1, okay? Well, what happens is that me and him get into a battle, okay? And we fight against each other. Even though it's just me and him on that battle, that server that we're running off is actually running all the resources. Think about it. Before me and him get into a battle, we have to pick a map. Well, the game has to actually load up all those different maps that we could choose from. All the resources run through that. All the different tanks run through that. And then even though we are in the battle, it's still running tons of resources just for 1 versus 1. So pretty much they don't want to strain the servers too much, which I can understand. Okay? Now, some of you guys might think, well, shouldn't they know how much it would strain the servers and stuff like that? They have a roundabout idea, okay? But they don't want to strain the servers and have people have to wait, or the servers just drop down, get turn off and stuff like that, and we can't even play World of Tanks. They want to make sure everything is working properly. So after a couple weeks of us having this practice mode, they're going to reevaluate it again. They're going to look at all the data that they collected, and they're going to go back and decide whether they can just, instead of have premium players be the only ones that can host, everybody can host. Okay? Like I said, that may change. They might not change. They've already stated it in their thing on here that, all this stuff is subject to change. It's just right now, this is how they want to run it because they want to just make sure everything is safe, everything runs smoothly and stuff like that. They don't want to overbog the servers, which I completely understand. Now, a lot of you guys know me, and I usually go against Wargaming on a good amount of their decisions. Sometimes I like their stuff, sometimes I don't. And I have to say, I actually like this decision. I have, I've had servers for Minecraft and different games, and I've had to be very careful that I don't bog down the server and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you do have to be careful about. Also, like they're saying, it's not that they can't do 1 versus 1. It's just, it's another precaution just to make sure that, if we're going to use resources, we need to make sure we have a decent amount of people on there that it's worth using those resources, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's why they're doing the premium time and the 1 versus 1 or the 3 versus 3 to 15 versus 15 right now. So that's all they mean on that for right now. Now, guys, understand I've already written Wargaming, and Jack the Ripper's written them, and a couple other people have already written Wargaming and talking to them about the 1 versus 1, like that we would really like to have 1 versus 1 as YouTubers, because these are some of the reasons why. And like I said, in the forums, I actually posted stuff. They're way further back in the forums. But anyways, but the thing is that, we wanted to do the 1 versus 1 because, as you guys know, we have a decent amount of maps on the game. But even though we have, we'll just say 10 maps, of those 10 maps, they have different versions of those maps. So you have Encounter, Assault, so forth and so forth. But we also have War, So there's a lot of different variations of these maps. And they keep changing them so much that we can't keep up with all the maps. So we would love to have a 1 versus 1 thing where we can go out and actually drive around and show you guys different things, instead of trying to find on the internet the actual you guys have seen my map videos. I do a full blown out mini map, and I show you guys different places to go, but it's not easy to do that because I don't always find a mini map that has all the new stuff on there, or a new mini map that has all the bases in the proper spot. So it makes it very hard. So at least this way I can drive around, show you guys different places that are good, and not good and stuff like that. The other thing is we get to help you guys. Now, a lot of you guys know that, you know, a lot of us YouTubers, we platoon with you guys, we help you out, and we try to help you with learning your tank or whatever problem you're having. But this is the problem we have, okay? Right now, we can have you in a platoon with us, just me and one other person, and we can take out your tank. All great and hunky-dory, but the problem is that once we get in a battle, it's 15 versus 15. So I'm supposed to be watching you, seeing how you're doing things, but also I had to concentrate on the other team. I had to concentrate on trying to kill these guys, because they're not going to sit there and let me see what you're doing and stuff like that. They're going to blow me up, which makes it very, very difficult for me to evaluate you and say, hey, this is right, this is wrong. Also, you know what? I might be going a way that you don't like. You know, it might not be suitable for your tank, you know. So there's a lot of different things like that we, you know, 1 versus 1 would actually help out a lot. I can sit there and go against you. We can meet up in the middle. We can talk about your tank a little bit before we start fighting each other. And we can take it one step at a time. We can go very, very slow. And like I said, this opens up opportunities for us to help you guys out. You know, we'll still be able to record it. And that way, other people that might have the same problem with the tank will be able to see what we did and do and stuff like that. The other thing is, this will help out with the tank reviews too. Like if I get a new tank, all I gotta do is get Rush out there, and we can test out the tank a little bit. You know, we could see how it does stock wise, and then we could do another video on how it does, you know, fully upgraded, which is pretty cool. So I mean, there's some really neat things that we could do with this team practice. There's a lot of neat things that I'm very excited for. But one of the most amazing things that I'm excited for is this thing that I asked all the other YouTubers about. And you guys that have been here for a long time know I've always wanted to start a World of Tanks gaming league. Okay? Like unofficial one. Because there's no World of Tanks Xbox 360 gaming league. There's no esports for us or anything. We're not big enough to have our own esport at the moment and stuff like that. So, but the cool thing about this team battle is this: we can start making our own teams. I've talked to Rush about it, Ronin, they're all cool for it. I've talked to other YouTubers, they're, you know, on board with it. And so what we can do is we can, you know, use the same rules as Clan Wars, or we can, you know, make up our own rules. There's a lot of different things that we still have to work out, but all in all, we want to be able to make our own teams, which is pretty friggin' exciting. So Rush will have his own team, I'll have my own team, and with that practice mode, we could put all of my team on the one side, all his on the other side. We don't have to try to, you know, to get into a random battle and hope that we get all against each other. You know, that was one of the problems with the team battles, is that like you tried to get in against your friends, but majority of the time you were going against other people, and it was very rare that you would ever get into a, you know, a 5 versus 5 or 10 versus 10 kind of thing. So this allows us to do this. This allows us to be able to sit there and do 15 people that we want on one side and 15 people on another side. And we can make tournaments up. We can do like a ladder system where after these two guys fight, the one that won that will go against the other two people that were fighting on the other side of the tournament. We can have a website set up so that we can, you know, have a schedule down so that everybody knows when the tournaments are or when the battles are and stuff like that. This makes it very open. We don't have to rely on anybody else sitting there and telling us, yes, you can do this, or no, you can't do this, or we'll think about it. Wargaming actually helped us out a lot on this, guys. And I'm super excited. I don't have any more details about the league and stuff like that, guys. We're still talking about and trying to figure some things out. But just get ready for it. I've always wanted a team for World of Tanks, and here it is. We can finally do an EMK Knights World of Tanks team. I'm super excited about this. So, before we finish this off, there is a couple things that I didn't mention. I should have mentioned at the beginning. Now, there are some problems with this that a lot of people have been fighting on the forums. Okay, a lot of people are upset about this, and they have the right to complain about this stuff, but the thing is they're not thinking straight. They're not thinking why Wargaming is doing this. And me personally, somebody that usually, you know, will sit there and say, Wargaming, what the hell are you doing? I actually agree with Wargaming on this. So right now, when you're in the practice mode, Okay. You know, you're going against your buddies and stuff like that. Right now, you don't have to pay for the repairs that happen to your tank. You don't have to repair it or anything like that. But you do have to pay for the ammunition that you use and the consumables that you use. Now, a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, that's stupid. It's a practice mode. Why do we want to do that?" And the thing is, guys, you got to remember, this practice mode does not replace World of Tanks and all the other modes that we play in. This is just an extra little thing that allows us to practice. That's it. It's practice. It's not World of Tanks, you know, changes up everything and we can do whatever we want. No. We are just practicing. So the reason why Wargaming does this is so that, you know, you don't spend your entire time in the practice mode and then everybody else that's in random battles are sitting there in their quarry sitting, hopefully somebody will join my game. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get enough people in here to join up. That's why they do it. They're not trying to be dicks or anything like that. They just want to make sure that everybody just doesn't leave the random battles and actually continues to play them. Because you're not going to gain any XP at the end if you win, and you're not going to gain any silver at the end if you win. So if you're working on a new tank, you know, this is just a practice. You're like, okay, I just got this tank. You know, I just need to practice with it a little bit. Or, hey, you know what? This guy pissed me off, so now I'm going to open up a training room and go against him and beat him up. And then go back to random battles. That's all it is, guys. This is the same thing we get on the PC. You know, I just checked it out again today just to make sure. And it's the same exact thing. So, anyways, hopefully I explained all this stuff properly to you guys. You can go on the website and check it out and this and that. But I'm super excited about it. I can't wait for it to come out. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Anyways, I'm going to go take some meds because apparently I have the man flu. I know I might not sound it, but like last night at work was terrible. I ached and pained all over. And then I've pretty much laid in bed all day today. And it's almost time for work, so I'm trying to get a video out before I go to work. And I thought this would be an awesome one to get out because I'm not feeling the greatest on playing World of Tanks, and I don't need to get myself pissed off while I'm trying to feel better. So, anyways, guys, I will talk at you later.